guys. Thank you so much for coming back today. We've got a very special guest for you who forgot to mute her phone, apparently. She is a mother of two beautiful twins. She is a published author. She's also a giant pain in my ass. My little sister, Joy. How you doing, Joy?
Cheers, asshole. What's up?
How you been, dude? I haven't talked to you for a couple weeks now.
I'm just fine. I've been busy enjoying the summer season. It's kind of our prime here in Minnesota.
Minnesota. Is it stupid hot up there too?
It's nice. Really? I like the heat. I go out and I'm like, Mr. Sun, just roast me. Yeah, I think it's been great.
Yeah, it sounds like you need to come down to North Carolina.
You need to come down here, dude. It's been just death. You walk outside and your face melts. It's just so hot out here, man.
This man doesn't even want to play golf. He's like, oh, no, we can't shoot guns. We can't do anything.
No. Yeah. He came over the other day. This is how hot it is here, Joy. Okay. He came over and said, hey, dude, what you doing? Oh, nothing. Just doing this, doing that. He's like, hey, let's go shooting. No, man, it's too hot. Like
dude, he said, I don't even have guns. I don't believe in them. That's how hot it is.
Yeah. It was just too fucking hot, man.
I went though.
Back in 2020, Patrick had a business conference out in Dallas in July, and we flew out. Our flight was at like 6 a.m. We arrived like 8:30. We got off the plane and it's about 85 degrees, sunny, beautiful. I'm like, oh my gosh, baby.
I can do that. 85 is nice. Yeah.
It was so nice. We went shopping. We went to coffee shops. I'm like, we could totally live here. We could totally live here. And then 1 p.m. hit. I had to change my clothes because I had sweat so much.
Ass. Where was this?
What'd you just say?
Dallas. Oh yeah, Dallas.
You said your ass was sweating?
Yes.
She said the swamp was
well,
swamp was going.
Come on down to North Carolina.
Who's Patrick's the husband, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, it's like that here. There's been days where I've taken 3 showers, and I'm telling you, going from my front door to check the mail and back. All right, that's it. I'm done taking a shower. Like it's so effing hot here, dude. I can't stand it.
Yeah, it's been a ridiculous year.
Well, it's an El Nino year,
but also it was beautiful up until like mid-June.
It was nice,
which was crazy.
Yeah. Then Satan's asshole started farting, and then it came out here. So anyway,
can see nothing's changed with you, bro.
No, nothing at all. I'm always gonna be me. You know that, right?
Right.
So how your baby's doing? So you've got 2 beautiful little twins, gorgeous kids.
Yes, they are 20 months. They are Paris and Christopher. They are each other's polar opposites. They have nothing in common except their birthday.
All right.
One's blonde, one's brunette, one's 3 pounds heavier, 2 inches taller. One's dainty and girly and cutesy and high pitched. The other one is just all boy. He is just, roughhouser, climber, risk taker, jumping off of furniture, so.
Yeah. You love it, right? Yeah. The funny thing is, Joy used to watch, what was the one you watched with the twins? What was their name again?
Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Mary-Kate and Ashley. All right. And she watched all of them when she was a kid, right? And the joke was, when she grows up, she's going to have twins. Watch, she's going to have twins. And then she has babies. And guess what? She has twins. It was just the funniest thing when we found out.
It wasn't just I watched Mary-Kate and Ashley. I worshipped them. I worshipped them. My walls were covered in their posters. I had their bed sheets, their Barbies, their underwear, their hair clips, their makeup. Everything that was the Mary-Kate and Ashley brand I had, and I would make mom take me to Walmart where they sold their brand. First thing in the morning, we wake up, we don't eat breakfast. No, you can have breakfast on the way. We're going to Walmart and getting their movies the day it comes out, getting their brand the day it comes out. I worship them. And in our house, we worship Jesus Christ. However, sometimes he would switch places with Mary-Kate and Ashley, depending on when they were releasing something in their brand.
Yeah, that's totally true. Too,
that's crazy.
She had the t-shirts of them, the toys, the VHS tapes, all the VHS tapes of them all, every single one.
That's Lindsay Lohan was Parent Trap, right?
That was Parent Trap.
Yeah. She's not a twin.
Yeah, I did the CGI.
Didn't we know somebody that was in the Parent Trap?
Yeah. Maggie Thomas. I was just at a baby shower at her mom's house.
Yeah, right. She almost had the lead role, except she didn't want to say, "Oh my God," right? Is that what it was?
Correct.
That's right. Yeah. So a friend of ours.
What?
Yeah, go ahead.
No. Yeah. Tell me this. What?
So just a homeschool friend of ours. Her younger brother was my age, but she auditioned for Parent Trap, and they wanted her to play the lead role, but she wouldn't take the Lord's name in vain. And so they said, "Well, it's either that or you don't get the part." And she goes, okay, I'm not going to get the part.
They couldn't just change it to, oh my gosh, that's actually kind of cute.
Right. Yeah.
And say, oh, she will say, oh my gosh.
At the very end of the movie, she just says, oh my God, in a corner and kind of like giggles. You know what I mean? Why couldn't you change that one word?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a kid's movie too. So it's like,
a kid's movie. Yeah. Well, and then she played a supporting role in the movie.
Yeah.
But she could have got the lead.
Yeah. She was the one with glasses who said, oh, you can't handle your duffel? Well, let's get someone. And then she's like, hey, girl in the tie-dye shirt.
Is she like my age? Is she a little younger than me?
A few years younger. So I'm 31. I think Jake might be a year older than me. So she's mid-30s.
Yeah. That was cool, man. I remember after the filming of it, because we didn't really know much about it then until kind of afterwards, right? And I remember we're all homeschooled, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so we met up one Thursday a month or every other Thursday or something like that at this church school thing. And we saw her and had this big old buzz around, oh, she's in a movie. But she was like the most chill, cool kid, not like, oh my God, I went to Hollywood. Like you wouldn't even notice.
She's like, yo, that doesn't define me.
Right. Yeah. Honestly. Yeah. I mean, she was really cool about that kind of stuff. Yeah. Now, Joy over here, she's a 2-time published author, which is really cool. You know what I mean?
I published poetry books through a self-publishing company called Dorrance Publishing.
That's still really cool.
It's still awesome.
Yeah, it is cool. It is cool. I paid to do it. I mean, I'm not going to underestimate what it is. It is really cool. But I also not overestimating it at all. I'm no one special.
Well, you have a big following on Instagram, and a lot of people I've saw the quotes that your poems have helped people through hard times. So that's awesome.
Yeah. So the first book is called I Was Married, and it's talking about my timeline through grief in a really challenging marriage that ended in divorce. Most of them were journal entries. A lot of them were prayers. A lot of them was, what I was screaming out in the car or talking to my therapist about. So yeah, I got a lot of messages saying, hey, this really helped kind of just solidify some emotions. Me saying, is it okay to be feeling this, saying this, wanting this? So yeah, that was the first book. And the second book was the prequel, kind of what led up to the first book. More of the love story, kind of lovey-dovey. But yeah, those came out in 2018 and 2020.
Yeah. So when you were writing this book, were they really just, you just venting on paper and you made it into a poem, or were you writing in poem when you're venting on paper?
I was writing journal entries. So it wasn't entry, it was journal entries.
Okay.
And I remember saying, I am going to take this sword out of my back. And so I said, ooh, I like that line. So I kind of highlighted in my journal all these lines that just sounded really harsh or a little bit poetic to me. And I put them in different orders and used different words. I use a thesaurus a lot and put it on paper.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's cool.
That's really neat. Are you coming with a third book? Is another one coming out?
I have one ready, but I don't know if I want to put the money into publishing it. Now, I will say I am most proud of the third. It is finished and I would like it to be out. So if someone wants to cough up about $4 or $5,000, I'm open to that.
So you need a sponsor is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, I know this small business owner. You ever heard is Dream Entertainment?
Yeah, you heard of that. Yeah.
They're really good. They're really good.
They're really good.
I love seeing the reviews and the highlight videos.
I'm gonna reach out to him for you. Don't worry about it.
Well, yeah, right. Let me go ahead and make sure he gets that text message. What's funny is a lot of the reviews we're getting now is because of this guy right here. He's killing it, man. He came to me in November wanting to learn how to DJ, right? And now he's at the point where he's doing his own thing, and the dude is killing it. The problem is he's going to Tampa. So if you can help me keep him here somehow, you know what I mean? That would help out tremendously for everybody.
Tampa, but what's bringing you there?
I think we lost her. Internet's awesome out here. Right? Yeah. So this is the problem with going through. Oh, there she is.
I was bringing me to Tampa. I got family, and I'm getting out of the military, so I'll be and going to school, and just next of life, basically.
Cool.
I love the frozen face.
She looks great.
She looks fantastic. Yeah. So the problem with running on Zoom in the RV, perfect. I love it. There you are. You're back. All right. Let's go ahead and say what you're going to say, dude. We're cutting in and out of the internet. I think the kids inside are messing around on the Wi-Fi. Oh yeah, that's a great one. I don't think she.
What was I going to say?
Can you hear me? Yeah, what were you gonna say? You cut out there when you asked about when he answered where he's going to why he's going to Tampa.
Oh, I said I completely understand why you'd go to Tampa, but why are you going to Tampa?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just so hot down there, man. I get it.
I got family down there, and I moved down there in 2019.
Mm.
I was there for like 10 months. I enjoyed it. I really liked it. I have a lot of friends down there and family, so I'm not gonna move down there and stay down there, but it's just the next logical chapter in my life. So, ready to open it up and have some fun. Nothing crazy.
I would love to retire in Tampa. Actually, did you know that I almost moved to your area at one point in 2012? I almost moved to y'all's area back in 2012.
Here?
Yeah. I was going to move in with you.
Oh, where are you now?
Well, you and Brandy were going through some pretty tough times, and you literally weren't eating. And
yeah. You ain't have that problem no more.
No, I'm fine. Yeah. We got that taken care of.
I had been accepted to a college out in Australia, and it was like November, and you were completely alone. And I said, all right, either they get back together before Christmas or January 1, I am rescinding my acceptance to this college in Australia, and I'm going to go move in with Ben and make sure he eats.
Really? I don't remember this. So you didn't talk to me about this, did you?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I had visited you over Thanksgiving, and I was there for like a week and a half. And we hung out, to be honest, like it was just you and I, but we had a really good time. And
dude, this sucks. Yeah. I don't remember these kind of things.
It was a really dark time. It was a really dark time.
Yeah, it was pretty crappy, but you got to go to Australia. So Australia is cool.
Oh, absolutely. Well, because you and Brandy were in good standings and back together by Christmas.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Y'all talking about this like 2012. I lived here in 2012.
Did you really?
I lived here in 2012. I was on New River. I was in the schoolhouse.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
So Larry is an active duty veteran. So he got in, got out, now back in again. So he's an active duty veteran.
Yeah. Once a vet, always a vet.
That's it, right?
But yeah, no, I was actually here. I went to the schoolhouse here in 2012, and I was here from September of 2012 to June of 2013.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. We never talked about that. Yeah. So
yeah,
I would have actually met y'all, but
we could have bumped into each other.
Probably shouldn't have.
A small town. You wouldn't have liked me then.
Oh, why?
You probably shouldn't have met me.
No, I said I probably shouldn't have met him then.
Why was that?
Because I was already like hanging out with his neighbor, who is super cute.
Oh yeah, I'm cute. Okay, well, I was just making sure. You know what I'm saying? I can't read, body language from Zoom, but yeah.
We can edit that part out,
Yeah, that's gonna get it. But yeah, no, it was
that might just stay in there. That's kind of funny.
No, yeah, back then, in 2012, let me think. What was I doing? Oh, I was a huge fucking nerd. And I just like oh, dude,
you're still a nerd.
No,
you just got a backwards cap now.
No, dude, I was a huge nerd. I'm talking about like the only thing I wanted to do was like I think I was like trying to rap back in the day. Yeah, I was rapping at that time. I was playing a lot of video games, anime, and just working out. Like that's it.
Do you remember the and now she's false.
I said, did you have to
who me?
A friend?
No, I had all three of them. They were my best friends. No, I had a few friends.
Paycheck anytime?
Yep.
What'd you say?
Did you have to pay him anytime? Did you ever have to pay him to hang out with you?
No, dude. It's when you suck good dick. They kind of just stick around.
So this is why he sticks around here a little bit here. So now you know why Larry is part of the show.
No, I have I have friends that I've had since 2012. See my really good friend Wesley Huntress last year. My really good friend Chavez. I literally talked to him on the phone like 2 days ago. There's a couple guys I haven't talked to in a while, but a lot of them, like we still keep in contact. We used to go out and not underage drink in Wilmington.
No,
you
not
know,
all right. Yeah, yeah.
and it was a good time. We had a really good time. Well, I guess I used to party a little bit, but for the most part, I was pretty nerd.
Funny thing is, he said he used to go party, right? But today he came over to the house. He's like, "Hey, man." I said, "Hey, what's up, dude? You okay?" He's like, "Man, I'm tired." So, "Oh, what's up? You good?" He goes, "Man, I went out last night."
Okay, but check it out. I went out with my friend, right? And then we went out to get Olive Garden, like adults,
Like an old man.
and then we were like, let's go to arcades, bro. So we went to fucking arcades, had a good time playing arcades. He got his ass beat because I'm the best, you know what I'm talking about. And then then we went over and then we went to the bar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like adventurous, spontaneous. Like me and
When's
my
the last?
homeboy.
Have me and you ever drank together, Joey?
Yeah, you, me, and Tim.
Tim. Oh yeah, we went to ABC and we find what was the drink we had that had it was like birthday cake flavored. It was
Oh yeah,
vodka. It was the
UV
vodka.
It was
UV vodka.
birthday cake.
It was so gross.
That shit's so
It
bad.
was
You guys,
terrible.
I hated
I
that.
was 20. I didn't know anything about alcohol, but my friends were turning 21 all around me, and this one girl's like, "I got cake," and I'm like,
this is so good.
Yeah, and then here I am. I'm single-ish at the time with money and my sister in town. Fuck it, we're drinking. You know what I
So
mean?
what we did, we played a bunch of board games, and I'm like, we're drinking and playing drinking games and everything. I'm like, gosh, it's getting so hot in here. Why is it getting so hot in here? And Tim goes, well, maybe you get hot when you drink. I said, maybe you get hot when I drink.
Oh
Ooh.
God, I remember. I was like, dude, just no, we're not doing it.
Y'all motherfuckers got a mop bucket in here?
Oh, bullshit, Ben. You said, Joy, I could like go take a long smoke break if you want.
I was trying to defend your honor here, dude. But if you want to go ahead and say that, whatever you want to say.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
She's no hold
So,
bars. Can you tell?
I was the kid that mom didn't really have to worry about. I didn't care about drinking, smoking,
Yeah.
partying. I like boys, but
Oh.
I wasn't like, I was still like a really good stereotypical
No.
Christian girl. And maybe there were times where I wasn't like the sharpest Christian in the Bible,
Okay.
but I still wasn't someone you had to worry about. However, I will tell a funny drinking story. When I was engaged to my first husband, it was bachelorette party night. You were out with my fiance, and we were living in Sydney, Australia, and we came back to Minnesota to get married. He had gotten
Oh,
off
I
the
remember
plane
this.
that day and put his American SIM card into his phone. So I was getting texts and calls from this 443 number or something, and that was from his state where he was from, and I didn't save it in my phone. So we're out at the bachelorette party, and he calls me and he's like, "Oh, hey, you having a good time?" Like, "Yeah, honey, we're having a great time." And my friend's like, "Get off your phone, no fiancés, no boyfriends, no husbands on bachelorette party night." So I hang up, and he calls back a little bit later, and he's like, "Hey, I forgot, we got to solidify this plan for tomorrow." I'm like, "Oh yeah, here's the detail." So I'm like, "Okay, love you, bye." And I don't know, hours later, we're back at the hotel at the bar, and I'm with my bridesmaids, and the junior bridesmaid was my fiance's sister, and she was like 15, 16 at the time, maybe. And so we're all drinking. She's not, obviously, and I get another call from a
Okay. I was like,
443
yo.
number. And so I pick it up and I said, "Hey, I'm drinking." And I hung up. I threw my phone. And all of a sudden I get a text saying, "Hey, I just need to know where to drop off Hannah's bag. Rodney." That was my soon-to-be father-in-law that I just yelled at and hung up on. And it gets even worse. He doesn't drink out of respect for his wife because she was raised by someone who abused alcohol. So
Yep. Yep.
You're starting it off right.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah.
well,
I
we
remember
got
we took.
divorced, so
Oh shit. Yeah.
Was it the
sorry.
day that I took him out for his bachelor party?
yeah.
He was the guy that had the really tight skinny jeans. You know what I mean? He was one of those kind of
Wait,
guys.
did he have the skinny legs though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he
okay.
did, right?
Because like me, I'm thick.
Okay, cool. Right. So, go somewhere like, let's do a bachelor party. We're going to go downtown Minneapolis, find a club, find this. We end up going to B-Dubs. I'm like,
That's-
in this mall. And we passed Kids R Us. right? And I was like, look, bro, let's go get you a new pair of pants on the way in, right? Just because the shit don't fit. You know what I mean? And the whole time he was like, man, my pants fit. They fit. Look, they fit good. They fit good. I said, well, yeah, if you don't got a dick, you're fine, bro. Don't worry about it, man. And the whole night he dogged on him until he got kind of pissed off. All right, can we go back now? Can we go back? All right, dude. Yeah, we were wanting to go party, get drunk, have a good time, but can we leave now? Can we go back?
Oh, he didn't. So he just didn't drink and shit like that.
No, not really.
I mean, you don't got to drink to have fun, but you also don't need
do.
fun to have alcohol either. So,
wait.
You heard what I said. I said what I said.
So say that again slowly.
You don't need fun to have alcohol.
But you don't need
alcohol to have fun.
So that means you can just drink whatever.
I can just drink whatever the fuck I want.
That's what I'm saying. that sounds like my life. That sounds great.
I don't want to hate on him. I mean, we were coming out of a Bible college.
You were.
Oh, which one?
Can you take a guess?
Sydney, Australia. There's only like one Bible. Think of a world-renowned name.
Interesting. I don't know anything about Australia, so.
Well, it was called Hillsong.
Hillsong?
You never heard of that?
Nah,
really? Don't they have like a band or a group or something? Hillsong Choir?
Yeah, they have several. They have Hillsong Young and Free, which is like their youth project. And then there's Hillsong United, which is, I don't know, kind of a little bit more of a pop feel to it. And Hillsong Worship. Yeah, they're really being drugged through their mud right now. I really don't have an opinion. I'm obviously not associated with the church or anything like that anymore. Glad to be out of it. Had some good times there, had some bad times, pretty neutral.
What are so without opinion and everything like that, because I don't know anything. So what are they getting drugged through the mud about? What are the allegations?
Oh gosh, being anti this, anti that. Their financial standings were really chaotic. They had a pastor who had an affair. He was, struggling a lot.
Alleged affair? Was it like affair?
Oh, it was an affair.
Okay. Can't be doing that.
He came out and exposed it and said he's getting help and everything, going through counseling. He moved, and him and his wife and kids are still, a close family. But yeah, they talked about the church's, financial handlings. They talked about the abuse in the past. Yeah, it's just really unfortunate. I hate seeing any church attacked, but they did have some nefarious standings.
Okay, but
really?
That sucks. I'll always hate seeing that, because there's always some things that are good, right? So good organizations, but then factors that make the whole organization look like fucking shit. So I always hate to see that.
Well, it's always a 10%. We talk about it all the time in the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
There's always that 10% that fucks it up for the 90. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. But Australia was cool, man. You've had all kinds of cool pictures down there. Not all of us get to go to Australia. I mean, what kind of cool things did you see down there?
Oh my gosh, anything. I think I ate alligator.
Well, I had that.
A bunch of kangaroos. They are the smelliest animal in the world. I hate them.
Kangaroos. Hold on. Didn't the Australian Army go to war
against kangaroos? Yeah,
was it kangaroos or was it a bird?
No, it's kangaroos.
It was kangaroos, right?
Yeah, it's a kangaroo war.
Was it the Roo War?
Yeah, it was a kangaroo war. It was 2 people that were killing kangaroos.
Was it? I thought it was emu.
No, it was kangaroo war.
Did you hear about this when you were there?
I didn't.
She's like, no, I have no idea what you're talking about, guys.
Yeah. There was a kangaroo war, where it's called the kangaroo war, but it was literally 2 guys out there trying to kill kangaroos.
No, it was the whole army going, I'm gonna look this thing up.
Put money on it. Yo, who do you think is right? You think old Ben here is right, or you think
Aussies are kind of ruthless. I wouldn't be surprised if Ben was right.
Emu.
Oh, it was the emu
war.
Yeah, but it was only 2 people though.
It was not 2 people.
It was only 2 people,
bro. It was the whole damn government went on war against emus. He's looking up. He's yeah.
So if you want to be around people who drink, you got to go to Australia. They can tip it back. However, you're paying.
No, I've outdrank Australians. I've outdrank Irish. I've outdrunk the Japanese. I've outdrank all the people that say they can drink.
I don't know, dude. She's right. When I was in Iraq, we were in Camp Decatur, right? This is back in 2005. There was Australian Army out there, and we were drinking. We should have been, but we were drinking, right? Mm-hmm. Australian guys come and says, they start talking their accent. I'm not even gonna try doing it because I'm not good at it, right? They start coming down. They said, "Hey, can we drink with you?" And they come down, start drinking, and they said, "You Marines are a bunch of pussies. We'll drink you under the table." And we took that challenge, and they
I
drank way more.
I drank Australians under the table. Like I have drank Australians under the table.
No, that wasn't a real Australian then.
No, they're from Perth.
Jesus, okay.
Yeah, they're Australian
They're
as
from
shit.
Perth.
Yeah, they're from Perth. Yeah, I've met them in Hakuba in Japan. We drank out in the snow before going snowboarding. It was awesome. I've outdrank a whole bunch of Irish. I've outdrank all kinds of Germans.
Okay, let me tell you
Did
why
you
you outdrank the Australians from Perth. Perth is one of the most expensive cities. It is like the most expensive city in Australia. You outdrank them because they couldn't afford to drink more.
So are they like bougie there?
It's like Edina everywhere.
No, well, we were in
Ah.
Hakuba though. We're in Japan.
Yeah, but they're from a bougie city. That's the whole point. That's what she's saying.
Oh,
So it doesn't count.
wait, you can't just be like, oh, hey,
Okay,
yeah,
the fact that he's outdrank the Irish, that's saying something. So I'll take his word for it.
Yeah, he's still.
But also like when 21, you'll have to get the story from my buddy. But in the barracks, you're not allowed to have hard liquor.
Right.
Well, I had a thing for 151.
Oh.
And apparently, shout out to my body doing well. I drank a whole bottle of 151, like slammed it.
No.
Yeah, so I was stellar when I was in the Nassau Bahamas. 4 shots of 151 a night, including everything else I drank.
No, that's turpentine, dude.
Yeah, I used to drink. I used to
No.
drink.
So when I was here, the time I called mom at 3 a.m, I don't know if you heard the story or not, but we're sitting here and a couple of us we're on. God, I can't get in trouble now, can I? Right?
No, you get
All right. We were
statute
on.
of limitations.
That's it. We're in Camp Johnson, right, for our classes, whatever, for MOS training, and we had a weekend free, so we get a cab to go out in town. We get this cab guy. I gave him $150. I said, "Hey man, we need some alcohol. Go get what you can. Keep the rest."
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Or
Right?
Mr. Yes,
So he gave us like a handle of bullshit vodka and a bottle of 151. Right. And you probably made $100 off this. You know what I mean? And so we go to the Triangle Motor Inn. Right?
Oh my God. You know what that is? You know the Triangle Motor Inn? All right. So watch any Stephen King film where a murder has happened.
Gotcha.
That's the Triangle Motor Inn.
He's not wrong, man. There's nothing but people of the night and
truckers
and truckers and a lot of white powder out there.
Yikes.
And so we go there, and I was up like 3 a.m. drinking, and I called mom.
That's that night.
That's that night. You see what I'm saying? I had a bottle of 151. I haven't touched 151 since then. That was 25 years ago.
I had a shot of Everclear not too long ago.
I can do it. We'll see. In Minnesota, we got Wisconsin Everclear.
Yeah, the 190.
190.
Yeah.
Dude.
You drinking some Everclear?
No.
Why not?
I found it's best for me to not stray too far from either vodka or white rum.
So what are you drinking there?
Vodka kinky.
Viking. Oh, that kinky stuff, the pink one.
Yeah.
Actually, we have that inside.
Dude, I can't drink that.
So look, I'm drinking strawberry lemonade with vodka. I mean, it's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm drinking tequila.
You're full of shit. Are you really drinking tequila?
Not even mixed.
Oh God. Oh
Um,
Jesus. He's drinking straight turpentine.
Half a drink into tequila, and I'm a different person.
See, I do
Uh.
not change who I am, whatever I drink. I've heard so many people do it. I just I'm the same. I get louder. I get more, I don't know, more outgoing, and then I want to rap or I'm just more of me. But it doesn't matter what I drink. I can drink anything.
Well, I'm like that too, but it's the next day that I've noticed. Okay. Not the hangover. I'm like a bourbon. I like a really good bourbon, right? If I drink crap bourbon, the next day I'm angry. Like I'm an asshole. Like I'm just angry the next day. But if I drink good bourbon, like good top shelf bourbon, I'm fine. I'm not a jerk.
I got to share with you what I found on my phone the last time I went out drinking. Now, this is two cocktails. Now, I don't typically have more than one drink, one cocktail, even if it's wine. But last time I went out with a friend, I got a mojito, and first round's on me, second round.
I like a mojito. Yeah.
Right. It tastes like juice to me. I love a white rum. But anyway, the next, I drove us home just fine, no issues. All of a sudden I get into bed, I start feeling dizzy. And obviously I took out my phone because the next morning I found this note on my phone. In my notes, it says, dizzy. I don't like this feeling. Cat drinks at 1. Note to self.
You made notes for what you're drinking?
I don't remember doing it, but obviously I did.
That's funny. Hey, look, let's take a 5-minute break. Okay, guys, we'll be right back.
I was attacked twice in Australia by drunk guys, and both times I held my own. I won.
Yeah, you beat them up.
They wish.
Is that better?
No, so
Did she just kick her feet up?
She
She's like, so let me tell you how I beat these motherfuckers' ass.
What a
So,
great way to come back.
the first time I was walking home, through like the bar scene,
The
there's a
bar
bunch of
scene.
security out. Like I never felt intimidated or anything like that, but I was walking. I guess this is how I power walk. And this guy, he's kind of like standing on the edge of an alleyway, but also the door to the bar faces that alleyway. So anyway, I'm walking by and he grabs my arm. So
The power walking by.
So I like flip my hand away. I grab his wrist and his elbow and I shove him into the wall and I'm screaming at him, what the you think you're doing?
It is not like when she yells.
So look. When you yell, we can't hear you. So it cuts
So I'm
out your
like,
mic.
What do you think you're doing? Why are you grabbing me? Why are you touching me? You man pig, what are you doing? Within like a second, I had all these people around me saying, are you okay? Are you hurt? Did he touch you? What happened? What do you need? And his mates were like, mate, we're so sorry. We're so sorry. They said his fiance left him today. And I said, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
What the fuck that's got to do with me?
Right. So they try handing me $50. They said, we'll pay for your cab home. We'll pay for your cab home. I said, no, use that to get your friend into therapy.
Oh shit! Was this in Australia? Is that what I missed?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
Australian.
Yes, it was in Sydney.
Yeah, she said she
Oh.
got attacked by 2 dudes. That's the first attack.
That was the first one.
Yeah.
The second one, I had stopped at a coffee shop on my way home, and this guy that I liked was working, and he gave me a large one for the price of a small. Super,
Of course
super
he
great
did.
guy.
Yep.
Yeah. I was walking home. It was really hot, so I kind of was like, not drinking it right away. And I was in this residential area again outside a bar. There's this, I don't know, kind of like homeless guy. He smells really bad, and I was wearing a crossbody purse, and he lunges for the purse, but it's around me, so I'm kind of like being pulled with him. But I was just like, dude, knock it off. And he was like tipping backwards and couldn't keep his balance. He was so drunk. This is like midday, mind you. So he wouldn't leave me alone. He, comes back for the purse. Again, it's around my body. So I had to unscrew the lid off of my coffee and I threw it in his face. And he ran off.
So
Splash! Ah!
for her to unscrew her coffee, that means a lot, dude.
Oh, because she loves
She's
coffee.
a coffee connoisseur now, dude. Okay. What do you do in Minnesota? Let's all hear it.
Yeah. I have a coffee blog on Instagram. And I go to small business coffee shops.
dude.
Yo, you know what? I should get you in contact with my my homegirl down in Honduras.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's in contact. She got a coffee blog down there called like Coffee HN. I'll send you the plug.
Dude, she finds some cool places.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's all she does. She's trying to open up a coffee farm down in Valle de Angeles in Honduras.
How cool would that connection be, man?
Yes.
Yeah. So like when I go down there, she always hooks me up with some really good coffee because she knows the good spots. And then I visited coffee farms, cigar. I've been to a couple cigar spots where they
Yeah.
actually like roll the cigars and you can walk through
Like a real
the
cigar.
factory. Yeah.
No kidding.
If I'm trying to go back down there soon, if I can, make enough money and because I got some time probably at the end of the year. And then if I go down there, I'll bring up some coffee and they can send it up to you.
That'd be cool, man. That'd be really cool.
Or if you ever decide to go down to Honduras, you let me know and I can tell you where to go.
Will do.
So she's being really modest right now. Okay. Yes, she has a blog. It's really cool. Right. And she's got quite a following on Instagram for this kind of thing. What's the name of your blog?
MSP Coffee and Things.
Minneapolis St. Paul Coffee and Things, right? She got recognized locally. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. So the coffee blog had grown last summer in 2022. Twin Cities Live, our local news station talk show, they were doing this like girls week, things you can do with your girlfriends. And so they brought me on the show to talk about fun coffee shops to go to. So I talked about several. And I got a message on Instagram later saying from one of the journalists and producers, one of the personalities, she was like, oh my gosh, of course you were there the one day that I was out of town. I would love to meet you. And I'm like, hey, I would love to meet you. So we met up for coffee. We had talked about doing a monthly small business coffee shop feature. And so she's like, well, you know all the places, so let's talk about it. So that's what we committed to do. So that started last year in September. We were going to new coffee shops every month and saying, hey, this is a really great place. Here's the parking situation. Here's the drink situation. There's seasonal drinks. Here's a really fantastic one. Things like that. So it's super cool.
Yeah, it's really neat. So she posts on her Facebook page and Instagram the shows that she's on, and it's really cool to watch her because she'll go to these places. She'll bring the news crew out there, or the show, I guess you can say, out there, and for them it's their first time, right? But when Becky or Joy walks in, they're like, oh, Joy, do you want the regular? And she's like, oh, hey, Paul, whatever, and oh yeah, I'll have my regular. And then it's funny because the person on the show is like, they know you here? What's going on? Oh yeah, Joy comes all the time.
So you just love hitting coffee spots. Like that's your thing.
I will say the only place I'm actually cool is coffee shops. So people say, oh my gosh, do you like get talked to at restaurants or when you're out at the grocery store? I'm like, no. No, it's really only a coffee shop. So like, hey, it's Joy, or hey, are you the person with that coffee blog? Hey, I found this place because of you. Or one really kind message I got from someone that almost dang near brought me to tears. It was this guy saying, hey, I'm actually a recovering alcoholic and spent my last however many years extremely stressed and struggling. I found that switching from alcohol to coffee really helped me. So your page has been kind of a relief, finding all these coffee shops around. So that's actually my go-to, and I'm not over drinking anymore. Now I have time for my son. So,
wow, that's really
awesome.
cool, man. Wow, I didn't know about that. Wow, very cool. So do you venture out of Minneapolis area, or do you kind of stay in that area?
I mean, anywhere in the surrounding area. So I'm an hour, maybe 2 hours out I can typically get to. Now, of course, it's different with the kids now. So I have to have a reason, but anytime, like I had a girls' cabin weekend this past spring out in the Brainerd Lakes area, which is about 2 hours away. So of course, before I went, I looked up all the coffee shops that I would hit up in that area within, I don't know, 30 minutes. So, but yeah, even someone in Wisconsin, I can venture over there, or when we go out of town.
But now isn't considered like it's research. So you can really kind of just, make it as a write-off, and you can do you have coffee as a write-off? Hold on. I just thought about this for a second. You can go around to these places. You can write off your miles. You can write off the coffee itself because it's research and for your show. Dude, what a great idea. We need to do this for bourbon. We need to go to Kentucky. We'll make like a bourbon blog and just write it out the whole trip off.
I don't know why, but just then he reminded me of what's my boy Alex Jones. he's just like, yo, all right, check it out, Joe Rogan. Check it out.
Oh, is that
he turns red?
Yeah, he was like something about gay frogs.
Yeah, they got fluoride in the water, turning frogs gay.
Yeah, right. Didn't he just get sued for like $1.4 billion?
He got sued. It was for Sandy Hook.
Yeah.
And so they took a lot of this stuff, which, people can feel the way they feel about, Alex Jones, and he has said some pretty crazy stuff, but he's also said some stuff that was right.
Well, so the thing with Alex Jones is he said a lot of stuff, right?
Yes.
And so
because he's insane.
He's insane. And he even says, I'm partially retarded.
Yeah.
Right. So, but the thing with him is he has said a lot. And let's be honest, a lot of it's like, all right, dude, you're crazy. But some of it's going, you got a point.
Have you heard of Bohemian Grove, right?
I've heard of it.
Did you ever hear of Bohemian Grove?
No.
So back in the day,
dude, you like this. So me and her, like, we pass conspiracy theories and all kinds of fun stories back and forth. It's fun to talk about, right?
oh yeah.
This is going to look into.
So Bohemian Grove was a big like urban legend, and people would hear about it, just whispers. And Alex Jones was like, no, it's real. And back in the early 2000s, or maybe it's the 90s, he actually went to San Francisco, it's outside of San Francisco, and actually got snuck in to
I didn't know he actually get to it.
He went into Bohemian Grove. So like basically a whole bunch of powerful like white dudes, you know, there's been senators, there's been presidents there've been CEOs, all these like super powerful dudes. They go to this place and it's like a networking type of thing, but they also like they have a deity and they do a fake sacrifice to this deity. It's an owl deity, and then they set it on fire. Like it's a big ritual that's super weird, and they do a lot of butt stuff.
So as you were telling me that, I looked it up on TikTok, Bohemian Grove, and the first thing that came up was no results found. This phrase may be associated with behavior or content that violates our community guidelines.
Of course, imagine that. That means you should look into it more.
Yeah, that is crazy that TikTok said that.
Duck, duck, go.
I love theories. I don't believe half of them, or even I don't know, even most of them I don't believe, but I love things that make my mind go, ooh,
you want to know one? You want to know a new one? So I've told him about this. Conspiracy theory became a term after JFK got assassinated.
Yeah, I heard that. Mm-hmm.
Guess what? That is the first part of gaslighting right there.
Ooh, I didn't think of that.
That's when the government first starts the gaslight, because they're like, "Wait, what are you talking about? You're crazy. Nothing ever happened."
Well, have you seen the new people pointing out the JFK assassination where it looks like the driver is reaching back?
I haven't seen.
You haven't seen that?
Yeah, I believe it was the driver.
Really?
So you've seen this video?
Yeah, I've seen all of it.
So again, this is conspiracy. This is all fun to talk about, right? But
his wife would have heard that.
Well, there was 2 shots.
Yeah, but still, like you can clearly hear.
But here's the story. Let me give you the story quick. So one, he got shot, I think, right above his chest, right in the neck area, right, and that's one where she was freaking out, where she saw him buckling up, right. Mm-hmm. Well, the one that got him in the head, supposedly, is the driver reaching back, and you can see the driver reach back. And when he turns back, like instantly when he turns back to look at the road is when he takes the fatal shot, right? So the theory is that the driver turned back and went bam and then kept driving. Well, meanwhile, the wife, what was her name? I can't remember her name anymore.
Jackie.
Thank you. Jackie was too into the moment that she didn't really notice anything.
So everyone, the second they heard the gunshot, all ducked and covered.
Yeah.
So of course, no one is paying attention to the second shot.
What they call it? The grassy knoll.
Yeah, grassy knoll. Yeah. This is the second gunman on the grassy knoll.
Yeah,
I think that was the first gunman.
I was in Dallas. It's a cool place.
Really, I didn't know about that. Did you actually go to where it happened?
Isn't there like an X on the spot?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, I saw the video.
It was supposed to go one way, but last minute, I think it was the governor or mayor. I think it was the mayor who decided, no, he needs to go this specific way.
Yeah, the CIA fucking got his ass. 100%.
So again, we don't want to get canceled on episode 10 or 11 or 12, whatever we're at now. So we don't want to have the CIA come after us right now.
I just like things that make my mind twist.
Well, so like I talked to him about this stuff. Like, read the book Chaos. All right, I can't remember the name of the guy. It's called Chaos, CHAOS, and it's a guy that talks about Charles Manson.
Oh yeah.
But Tom O'Neill.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, he spent 20 years writing this book. Like it started out as an article, and then he just kept digging. And he's like, why is there more? Like Helter Skelter didn't touch Helter Skelter was the book that was written on the Manson family. He's like, this guy got it wrong. This guy got it wrong. It was written by the lawyer, actually.
I don't know. That was the name of the book.
Helter Skelter.
Wasn't that
is Charles Manson, the CIA, and the secret history of the 60s. I add to cart.
Yeah, that I listened to it.
Love it. Yeah.
I listened to it, and I was just like, there's so much information. Like, he knows I can just ride and just listen to books, but there was so much information that even I was like, wait a second, like I need to draw out like a map, because it's just so much going on. But I'm not gonna give anything away. I want you to listen to it or read it.
She reads a lot of books. She reads a lot of books. Yeah.
You're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. You read what? How many books did you average? Do you still average, book and a half, 2 books a week?
No. So before I had kids, I was reading about 55 books a year. After kids, it's been like 12 a year.
Dude, I think I've read 50 books my entire life. Maybe.
So I can't read.
That's including math when I was in 3rd grade.
I listen. So like I'm on a new series. Like I was telling them about it. It's called The Red Rising.
Yeah.
And super duper excited about it. And I'm like, I listened to the first 3 books in like 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah. Just all the time listening to it. It was you need to check that out too. If you like futuristic type sci-fi kind of
No,
like
I don't at all. That's the one thing I hate.
Really?
I hate
Why?
sci-fi. I wish I could. I don't know. I think it was honestly my
Mind
mom's
me.
voice in my head growing up. She's like, oh, I hate Star Wars, whatever.
Oh.
And then I ended up watching Star Wars and I'm like, I hate this. It's so boring.
That's so funny because
Okay.
we're so different because I love Star Wars.
Star Wars is okay, but there's way better things.
Well, so see, my thing with Star Wars, I like the lore. I like the behind the scenes of Star Wars, right?
Mhm.
So we all know the movies, whatever. That's one of the only books I've really actually read is the lore of Star Wars. All right. For example, you remember when we first meet Rey? You remember that scene when have you seen the Last
Talking about
Jedi?
Yeah.
When you meet Rey when she's scavenging that one ship.
Yeah.
I read the book about how that ship got there.
See, that's cool.
That kind of
See,
stuff I
that's
get.
cool.
You know what I mean? And it was a pilot, it was a female pilot, and she rose to the ranks, and it's really cool to see.
Oh, like
how-
Rogue One. Like
Mm,
Rogue One was like that explained how they got the plans to the Death Star.
Well, that's something different. I'm talking about that one specific ship.
Oh,
You know what I mean? It explains that one ship.
Yo, your brother's a fucking nerd.
Oh yeah, total nerd. She knows. Look at her. Yep.
The fuck? He's like, I want to know how much the bolts cost. All right. Did they get them from Tatooine or what?
Look, I could tell you stories about my brother up the wazoo. What do you
Okay,
want to know?
let's hear it. Let's go.
Up
What
the
you got?
wazoo. Let's stay away from that place. But what else you got?
We can hear some stories though.
Yeah, I don't know how to say this respectfully. In high school, he
Joy,
was just
joy,
like,
joy. We're on my podcast. There's
Yeah.
no respectfully.
Yeah,
Have a
fuck
great
'em up.
time with this. Come on now.
Okay, so he was kicking it with Satan for a couple of years. They were drinking buddies. They were pot buddies. They were other kind of buddies.
Look at his face.
Butt buddies?
No, not butt buddies.
Yo, you was it like a bigger, harder, more uncut?
Get the fuck out of here.
So he was a big rebel and got in a lot of trouble at home.
He told
And
me.
my mom said, if you can't live under my rules, you can't live under my roof. So she kicked him out. And so he went and lived with his girlfriend's family and transferred schools to, the town was like 20 minutes away, not close, not far, but there's no way to get to this town fast from where we are. It's a bunch of stoplights,
Back roads.
No-
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he transferred schools.
It's like from here to
she-
Richlands kind of thing. Yeah.
Right. Eventually got kicked out of their house and had to move back home. So my mom, she's like, so I'm going to have to bring him to school every day, 20 minutes there and back. So she's like, Ben, get up at, whatever time you need to be. We're leaving the house at 7 a.m. He's like, what the hell? We're not, or 6:45. He's like, what the hell? School's not until like 7:45. And she's like, we're leaving the house at 7. So when you're in my mom's house, you obviously contribute. So you're doing your dishes and
Now we got to tell them about mom a little bit. So mom she was a single parent, right?
Yeah.
For a while there, she had 2 jobs to keep us alive. Looking back on it, it's like, damn, mom sacrificed. You know what I mean? But at the time, I'm going, this bitch. You know what I mean? It's just like, fuck you, mom. I know what I'm doing. I'm 16. I know the whole world. You know what I mean? So mom was a very strong person, but I'm a very type A personality as well. Right. So it's like when you got both those, it clashes really, really bad.
Two type A personalities cannot be under the same roof.
Yeah, it's bad. It was bad.
Right.
Yeah.
So when Ben had moved back in, he did like half of the dishes, vacuumed half of the stairs, only cleaned one bathroom. So we're in the car, 6:45. I'm in the back seat and she drives halfway to his school and says, get out of my car. And he's like,
Oh my God. I forgot
That's
about
hilarious.
that.
And,
I forgot all about
he's
Piece
that.
of shit.
are you
Yeah.
fucking serious?
Totally. Yeah.
And mom goes, yes, I fucking am.
Yep.
I'm
God,
10 years
oh
old
my
in the
God.
back seat, wide-eyed, hanging on for dear life. I had never heard my mom say that word before.
As I take another drink right now, hearing this
Yeah,
story.
Yo, that's fucking
Yeah.
shout out to moms. Yo, that's just that's
Mom will
that's
be on the
dope.
show when you come back, actually, when you come
All
back
right,
from
bet.
vacation. Yeah. Oh God. We'll hear more mom stories. Yeah. Mom did not hold back, but I needed that. I needed that because
Yeah.
we didn't have a dad. We didn't have a dad to kick my ass and say, boy, shut the fuck up.
You were kind of a piece of shit.
Oh, I'll admit it.
You
I
had
was
your hair slicked back.
Did I have slick back? I didn't have slick back here, did I?
No,
Yeah,
no.
That's a
Good-looking
reference.
guy.
I forgot this.
I would, but real though, I didn't have a dad to say, shut the fuck up, boy. You know what I mean? And my mom had to take both those roles. So, looking back on it, yeah, I gave mom a lot of shit, but she did the best she could. And, looking back, if my kid was doing this now, I'd probably do the same thing. Nope. Halfway. It's all you get. Oh, I would.
Yeah. It's like, we already know.
Oh my God. Yeah. I wasn't the best kid in the whole wide world at all.
Yeah, you would steal mom's car and then bring it back with a full tank of gas. And
Yeah.
she's
Well,
like,
I brought it back with gas. Come on now.
But there were times where you would steal the car and you didn't have your license. Or this smart ass, he was grounded. I think he had his license, but he stole the car when he knew he shouldn't have. And we get in the car the next day to go to church.
No,
All over the back seat.
There was semen in the back seat?
No.
And a long black glove.
Glitter.
Glitter and a long black glove.
So
Were
that's
you
where
going
all
to
the-
strip club?
So the night before that was homecoming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's probably semen in the back seat too. I just didn't know about it. Don't take a black light to that.
Yeah. That was a little Ford Focus you used to have, wasn't it?
No, it was the Pontiac.
Pontiac. Oh, dude, I love Pontiacs.
Dude, there we go. Oh my God. See, that's the fun thing about having family on this podcast, but it's also a scary thing because I don't remember these things until they say it. I'm going, oh God, that's such a bad idea. What about the time when I hit mom's car?
What about the time when you hit mom?
Wait, I hit mom?
Shut
No.
the F up. You
I don't
know
remember hitting mom. When did I hit mom?
it. Oh, okay. We can edit this part out.
Oh my God, dude.
With the car?
No, not with the car.
Oh no, she put my head through a wall. I remember that. Yeah.
You probably deserved it.
Oh, I probably did. Remember that hole in my wall next to my bed? Yeah, we were fighting and she put my face through the wall.
Good for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was a good kid too. I didn't argue or fight or anything like that. God damn, bro.
Yeah. Go ahead, Joy. Let it all air. Let's have a good time. Fuck it. I'm drinking. Whatever.
Well, maybe on a lighthearted note, I was about 5 or 6, and there was the night to night block party, and so we all went to the neighborhood party, and my mom came home to put us to bed, and she went back to the party, and I had my first bed, and I was sitting there or laying there trying to fall asleep, and I was kind of talking to myself, and then all of a sudden the bed starts shaking, and I'm so scared. I literally cannot scream. So I put my feet on the ground to run for the door. My ankles are fucking grabbed.
That's pretty funny.
And
I waited for an hour under that bed to make that.
screaming. And then eventually he's tickling me.
That's
But
pretty
here's the
fucking
thing.
funny.
He would always get me to laugh before I could remember that I was going to tell on him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's so
Funny
funny.
thing. So I'm a massage therapist by trade. And when I was 18 in massage therapy school and we were working on the lower leg compartment, I would twitch every time my ankles were touched. And the only thing I can think of is that when I was like 5 or 6 years old, Ben hid under my bed and grabbed my ankles.
You that's like mental scarring, bro.
Look, so no, mental scarring is this. I remember she was 4 or 5 years old, right? And we going upstairs, you had like a staircase, a plateau, and a staircase go all the way upstairs, right? So it's kind of a half stair kind of thing. Well, on the top of the stairs was open, so you can look all the way straight down to the bottom of the staircase, you know? And I remember one day I grabbed her and I kind of like pretend like I was gonna throw her over that ledge, you know, and I probably got. Did I hang you over the side? She probably doesn't remember. Yeah. So I hung her over the side and said, "Fly, bitch, evolve wings," right? And I wasn't. I thought she was gonna fly, but she still remembers it, and she's 31. So maybe I did do some bad decisions back in the day.
Let me tell you, I just learned all of my lessons through him. I was a good kid because I knew what not to do because
No,
of
no,
it.
no,
When
no,
he
no, no.
said- When you told me, you said, so you're starting high school this year. If anyone asks if you have an older brother, just say no.
Didn't you have a couple same teachers?
No. So, but my dance teacher, she shared an office with the athletic directors. And they said, so that last name, that sounds familiar. Do you have an older brother? Was he on football? No, must be a coincidence.
No, you didn't.
Of course
What a
I did.
jerk.
You told me to. You
Oh
told
my
me to, ass.
God.
You said to say that.
Yeah.
How
Probably
you gonna be
did.
mad? Like you did exactly. Oh my god.
You did exactly as I said. What a dick. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, I remember that. I thought you had a couple of same teachers that we had, and something like well, as long as you're not like your brother or some crap like that. I
Oh,
could have
that
swore
was
we had some-
That was at church.
Oh, possibly. Yeah, I can remember that from church.
Yeah.
Remember the-
There was that guy who was in the Navy.
Well, who's in the Navy?
Oh, I don't know. This guy, I was running in church and he grabs my arm. He's like, knock it off. You do not want to turn into your brother. But what?
Oh my God.
You know what? So the
Larry.
now pastor's wife, she has a sister who's around your age. And I didn't like her. She came up to me once and she's like, aren't you Ben's little sister? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. And she goes, he's such a good kisser.
Well, it's not even that bad. I told you about lock-ins,
What happened at a lock-in?
dude. All the kids were trying to fuck each other. I was the only one there that was actually there for church.
What are you doing right now? What you going?
I'm just closing up shop. I'm doing this podcast in my kids' room,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they have to go to bed in about 15 minutes. So I'm just closing up the blinds and everything.
Okay. Well, how are the kids doing? I haven't seen them for a while. They're so damn cute. I saw the video of them playing at the water splash park.
Yeah.
So I haven't met these kids yet, and I feel so terrible. But I am not going to Minnesota. That's my only problem. Like I will spoil the living hell out these kids.
Well,
but
why
I
aren't
am
you going to
not
Minnesota?
I fucking hate Minnesota, dude.
You want to spoil the hell out of them? They need some stuff.
Well, yeah. Send me an Amazon wish list.
Okay.
I'm serious. Like I'll do that all day. But like I want to see my niece and nephew. I'm like, come on, I want to go down there. You know, or up there. But
She
now
said she
you know
needed some sun. She said she needs some sun. I'm gonna come down.
they do need some sun.
Well, okay. So we're thinking about trying to arrange it for December. We just bought a house, and so we're moving in.
That's right. Yeah. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, congratulations.
However, don't tell mom this, but I think I'm going to buy her a plane ticket to come to visit for Jada's birthday.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Southwest
Jada.
only flies to Charlotte. So then I'm going to, out of pocket, pay for her to get to Jacksonville.
Yeah, Charlotte's about 4.5 hours. Man, that's a long drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you heard about she's not doing her Sweet 16. We're doing something else, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, well, you knew about this. How we're going to a venue and she didn't.
What's the final decision?
So here's the problem with having a teenage daughter, right? So we had a nice venue lined up to have a Sweet 16 party for her. The Tiny Chateau in Jacksonville. I'm gonna plug them. They're awesome. I love those people. They're good folks. Beautiful little venue. It's good for about 50 people max, I'd say. Good small little venue, right? We had it all set up. I put the deposit down, and we're good to go. 50% deposit, by the way, right? So here's your budget for your party. That's what you got, right? So we do all this, and now she decides she doesn't want to have it there. She wants like a backyard barbecue party, glow party, black light kind of thing. Cool, no problem. Half your budget's gone. Like I'm not getting this money back, right? So now it's probably going to be at the house in the backyard to have a good time, kind of thing. That's probably what we're doing.
All right.
Yeah. But it's just like, man, dude, I wish you would have told me this because we could have saved $500 and and not wasted that deposit money.
Yeah.
But you should definitely send mom. So this one won't come out for a couple weeks anyway, and mom doesn't listen to the podcast, so you're fine. Mom will be on here mid-September whenever you come back.
I'll get back. It'll be after the 13th.
Yeah, that'd be fun, dude.
Yeah,
you're gonna meet mom.
I'm excited.
So if you met Becky, God, Joy, God, I still can't call you Joy, dude. I'm sorry.
That's fine. So my name is Rebecca Joy.
Yeah.
I've almost never gone by.
Are you in the bathroom?
Yeah, she's taking a poop, dude.
It looks like it totally looks like you're taking dudes.
Just kidding. Just kidding. I didn't mean to offend you.
She's taking a deuce right here. Like now it's a show. Now we're gonna give views. Right?
There we go.
My name is Rebecca Joy. I've almost never gone by. Oh, this is actually a funny story. So I was applying for my first job as a waitress, and a friend was supposed to get me the job. And I walk in with my resume, and I meet the owner, and he goes, "And what's your name?" I said, "Rebecca." And he goes, "That's too long. What's your nickname?" I'm like, "Oh, you can call me Becky or Rebecca, just, whatever." And he's like, "No, that is my ex-fiance's name. She took everything I ever loved in life. She took my dog."
That bitch.
That bitch.
What's your middle name? I said, Joy. He's like, "If you can go by Joy and start immediately, I'll hire you right now." And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Great. Here's some force. Go ahead and roll."
So that's how you switch your name to Joy.
Right. So then I went to college with this girl who's a lot more extroverted than me. I went to college with this girl that I worked with, and I walk in a little bit late, and she's like, "Joy, oh my gosh, that's Joy." And I didn't correct her. And then, of course, leaving college, I had to reference my school and my work, which all knew me as Joy. My husband doesn't know me as anything other than Joy.
Yeah. Patrick's a good dude. I like Patrick. You and Patrick are perfect for each other.
Patrick, he is the life of my love.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, so it's a good story how you guys met, actually, because a lot of people don't have this result of the way you guys met. How did you guys meet?
Right. So I was newly divorced, and a coworker had downloaded a dating app on my phone without me knowing. And I was getting messages on Instagram saying, "Hey, found you on Bumble. Just wanted to, introduce myself." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, I don't have a dating app." So this one guy sent me
Get out my face, bro.
He sent me a screenshot, and I was like, "Oh my gosh. Oh, damn it, Bridget." So I found the app, and I was swiping left to reject everyone. I'm like, "This is so stupid. This is so stupid. What an invasion of privacy." Then I see Patrick, and there's a picture of him where I could see all of his back muscles. He was like doing some carnival game with the mallet and
the mallet got her. Yep.
Yeah, the back muscles. I'm like, I want that in my life. So I swiped right. We had a great phone call, lasted about 2 hours. I hung up and practically had a panic attack saying, "I'm not ready for this. Oh my gosh, I'm not ready for this." And I think it was our cousin Katie was over, and she's like, "Joy, you don't have to date anyone." So I deleted the app. And about 4 or 5 months later, I'm like, "You know what? I could try that thing again. I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. I'm ready for that." And there he was.
So you didn't talk to him this whole time during that 4 or 5 months?
Correct.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't feel like he ghosted me or I ghosted him. We just didn't keep talking. And then, the few months later, I downloaded the app on my own accord, created my own profile. And there he was again. We matched. I was too nervous to reach out because on Bumble, the girl has to reach out first.
Right. Yeah.
I deleted the app again because I was so nervous. And then I think it was 6 months later, February of 2019, we match on Hinge, which is another dating app. This one either can reach out first. And so he starts liking my photos or something. And I was like, "Hi, Patrick. Good to meet you again. See you again." And he got right into some serious questions. He's like, "Hey, what's your faith life like? What are your worldviews? What are your opinions on having kids?"
And you don't see that too much on dating sites. Yeah. It's more like, "Hey, you want to fuck?"
Right. So, and I am not a dating person. I'm a relationship person with the intent of getting married. Otherwise, leave me alone. So I gave him some bullet points. And he's like, let's meet up for dessert. So we did. We had a great time. Third date, I knew I was going to marry him.
Really? That quickly?
Third date, we were talking about, about kids, about our faith life, worldviews. I mean, just everything, psychology. And then he mentioned something about swing dancing. Now, swing dancing is something that we kind of grew up with, swing music. And
oh, that's right.
Yeah, I love swing dancing. It's fun.
Right. So when he mentions that, we were watching a movie. I'm like, "Wait a minute, pause this. Get up. Show me." And so we're swing dancing. And I actually had to excuse myself to the bathroom and to keep myself from crying. And I said a prayer. I'm just like, "God, if it's not him, I don't want anyone ever. I'm okay with being single for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But if it's not him, I'm constantly going to be wondering why and wanting him."
Yeah. Wow, that's
awesome.
cool. I didn't know all that, man. I saw you. I know you met on a dating app. I didn't know all that craziness. That's cool, man. You guys got married during COVID, though, didn't you?
We got married the day of the Minneapolis shutdown. So we had a wedding plan that was 60 people. And then 2 weeks before, people are starting to cancel. The venue pulls out. The venue had, I don't like planning things. And this was a venue that was like, all right, do you want this, 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 this? I got to go that, this, that, not that, but this instead.
Yeah.
And they did everything. And now all of a sudden they pulled the plug and I was stuck doing a bunch of stuff that I don't like doing. But yeah.
But you got to imagine though. So it's different down here. So like in this area, it's more of a Bible Belt conservative kind of area. So we had to shut down. Yeah. But things were still kind of open. You know, Minnesota, there was like shutting down. That's it. We're done. You know, like that's it. So it had to be tough to get anything planned at that point.
Oh yeah. So I worked at a hotel and I brought them protein muffins because they were working 24/7. So I brought them protein muffins and the GM was there. He's like, Joy, aren't you supposed to be getting married soon? I'm like, so he's like, well, let me know if you need anything. And I emailed him later that day and I asked, it's in downtown Minneapolis and we have a skyway system. So you don't have to walk outside. So you can go straight from your, 4th level parking into a building, they own their skyway. And I said, hey, you rent that out for private dinners and parties. Can I rent that out for a small wedding?
Oh, I didn't know I didn't know you can actually rent them. I thought you guys like worked it out because of COVID. I didn't know that was a thing that you actually can rent out.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I said, where do I send the check? And he said, don't worry about it. But if there's more than 10 people, just don't tell me.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
So there were
That's
17 of us. There was moms, dads, brothers, sisters, a photographer, videographer, pastor, and us. And it was perfect. I didn't really want a wedding to begin with. I wanted to elope, but Ben already eloped and that would break my mom's heart.
Technically, I eloped. Magistrate's
You're
office.
just really good at breaking your mom's heart.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm here. I'm your best friend.
Hey,
Yeah.
she brags about him at every family gathering now, and everyone talks about him on such a platter. They're like, he's in real estate. He has a beautiful home. He has the most gorgeous girls. He has a DJ business.
He's like the biggest black sheep of the family. He's a giant asshole.
You see this turd I used to have? Look how polished he is. He's a polished turd.
I have never once heard the family say black sheep or screw up. Never once.
Well,
You just hard on yourself.
That's for another conversation, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I remember during your wedding, you had a Facebook Live during it,
that's
right? Cool. And I was at a friend's of mine's house and we're hanging out, whatever. And I was like, oh, crap, she's getting married right now. So I jump on the live and I was watching it, right? Well, now we're in North Carolina. What time of year was that again?
March 27th.
All right. So March in North Carolina, it was nice. It was beautiful. It was a gorgeous day. It was 70 degrees, nice out, right?
Yeah.
And I was wearing a white fishing shirt, long sleeve fishing shirt, right?
Oh, and they're freezing up there.
And they're fucking cold, right? And so here I am. I'm in my truck. I got the phone on the dashboard. My wife's sitting next to me and we're watching this, right? And my buddy comes up and again, I was at his house and I had to run to the truck to watch this real quick. And he's like, dude, what are you doing? I said, well, my sister's getting married. And you remember Brian. I don't know if you remember Brian. He's like, oh, that's her. Oh, look at that. He goes, well, look, you dressed up. You're wearing white. I was like, hell yeah, I'm wearing white. That's some redneck. Redneck.
It had buttons on it, didn't it?
It had buttons.
See, there you go.
A collar, and it was long sleeve and white. So I was fancy for you, dude.
You're welcome.
We had a massive fancy wedding, 17 of us. We had Chipotle that we had ordered for us the night before. But it was actually a really great day. When we were taking our photos and doing the videography section of it, the streets of Minneapolis were empty.
Yeah, it was cool. You got some really cool pictures. Yeah.
When we had got to our hotel that night, we were on a pretty high up floor and we got to look out at the city skyline and the top of the buildings, the ones that had light ups. It was Tiffany blue, and that was our wedding color. So we had a couple of little fun God nods that we really appreciate.
Wait, like my shirt?
That is sky blue.
Well, I'm sorry, Tiffany and sky. Excuse the hell out of me.
I don't even know the difference.
Yeah, I don't know the difference either.
Blue is blue.
What did you say?
Oh, it's like teal.
I said, Larry, aren't you single? That's probably why.
Oh.
All right, poop girl. I don't know colors. Look, I'm not good with colors at all.
You have your ear pierced?
Me?
Yeah.
No,
I don't see anything. No.
Okay, so a man is ready for marriage when he has his ear pierced because he knows pain and he's bought jewelry.
I didn't say that I didn't have anything pierced.
Oh boy.
So, a funny story is the reason I got into DJing in the first place was for her first wedding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. It was Minnesota. You got married in what, February, March?
Oh yeah, my first wedding was January 4th.
January. Hold on.
20
January in Minnesota.
Yeah, it sounds a beautiful day.
Dude, it was what, a negative 40 wind chill where you were at?
Yeah, it was the
Dude.
coldest day of the year.
Effing ridiculous. It was cold as shit, right? So I didn't have any DJ equipment. I had a laptop. Might have been this laptop, right? And
You need a new laptop, dog.
yeah, I needed a laptop. This thing's fucked up, right? But I DJ'd from a laptop with no DJ gear, some
Oh, wow.
BS system. Like, okay, let's do this. Let's try it out, right? But at that point is when I realized, hey, this is fun. I should learn this. And that she's the one that started my whole DJ career right there.
Aw.
Yeah. How about that? Huh? So you are the part of a dream of Dream Entertainment. What are we looking at? I have 5 more minutes. She has 5 more minutes. We got to wrap this thing up just a few more minutes.
Okay.
Baby's got to go to bed.
Wait, also, I just want to say something real quick. All right. So you first of all, you Facebook stalked me. All right. And found out I'm single and you threw it in my face. All right. That's rude.
I
All
actually
right.
didn't know that you were single. I noticed that you weren't wearing a ring on your hand. I stalked you because I always want to know who I'm talking to.
Okay. What if
She's
I'm
resourceful, dude.
What if I'm dating somebody? I could be dating somebody.
Are you dating somebody?
Not right now.
Well, learn what Tiffany Blue is, and the ladies will come flocking.
You know
Yeah.
what? I'm gay now. I don't care about
But see,
colors.
here's the difference, though. Now, the difference is this: you're from the South. You're from Mississippi.
Yeah, I'm from Mississippi.
She's-
Blue is blue.
She's from where Mississippi started, up in Minnesota, right? It's a whole different world, man.
Yeah, I
different
don't,
world.
yeah. I guess I ain't gonna date no Minnesotans.
Minnesota.
All right, I'm gonna go with people who's like, that's red. That's definitely like turquoise. But as long as we're both stupid, it's
Are you
fine.
not going to date a Minnesotan, or you can't find a Minnesotan that would date you?
Oh!
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. You know.
Listen, you come down south anytime you want, Beck. Joy, I love you. Thank you so much for coming down. Get them babies to bed.
Yep. Beck, Joy, Becky,
Becky, Joy, Joy, Becky. Right?
Thanks for the
Love you, Ben.
strong
Good to meet
distance.
you, Larry.
Nice to meet you.
All right,
Cheers.
dude. Have a good night, dude.
Cheers.
Love you.
Good night.
Love you.
Bye.
That was good.